This is Matrixlord 212, and I got Superior Spider-Man #1. I went to Comic Book Jones, and I want to thank the whole staff over there for holding me my copy, and I appreciate that. Hello to Sako, hello to everyone, Tiger, Waffle. Uh, Thank you very much. Dan Slott has a lot of good friends, I got to tell you, because Sako was saying what a great guy you are, and so was Evan Dorkin. So, I told you I was going to eat my words, and I said I was going to get Superior Spider-Man, and I did, and I read it. And I got to say that I am very, very surprised. I did really, really like it. But I'm not going to give spoilers about the book, but just keep in mind that Superior Spider-Man is not the Amazing Spider-Man. They had canceled Amazing Spider-Man 700, and this is the continuing adventures of Dr. Octopus, Otto Octavius, in the body of Peter Parker. And this is going to be directly right after the events of that issue. What I really want to clarify is, too, it is known. I mean, not to give spoilers, but Otto Octavius keeps saying this Spider-Man. He doesn't any way acknowledge that he is the last Spider-Man that they all know. So, it was the one thing that it was funny to see was he had to face off against a new Sinister Six, which he was pissed off, obviously, that someone would desecrate the name. So I'm not going to give any other spoilers besides that, but I want to say that it is interesting what's going on in this title. Very interesting, especially the end, which I'm just going to say that after reading this book, I'm fully confident that I'm going to be satisfied. Hopefully, it won't be long, but it could be a year or whatever, but I'm fully confident that I will feel completely comfortable with what the result's going to be. That being said, I'm not going to say anything else. But I do want to say that I did watch your video, Dan Slott, on when you made Amazing Spider-Man 600 in its entirety, and I was curious if you want to answer this question for me. Did you have the Amazing Spider-Man, the Energizer 1970s Spider-Man doll, which it was it had a hook. Of course, you had the Energizer batteries in it, and it climbed up by battery. The wall with a hook. So I must have, I don't know, I kept breaking them when I was like 5 years old. And I don't know how many, I must have had like about 4 or 5 of them, to tell you the truth. And I always wanted to get my hands on one of those again, and I can't find them anywhere. They sell the box that it's in, but they don't sell the actual toy. So I was just curious. I saw that you had some old memorabilia of Spider-Man, and I was curious if you had that item. So if you can leave a comment, it'll be greatly appreciated. And I don't expect you to comment on my videos all the time, but I do have to say I respect you very much so for doing that, and standing your ground and sticking up for your work, and you know what, letting your work speak for itself. And you know what? Um, I do have an open mind. I am just going to say that I'm a big Peter Parker fan. Spider-Man is my main guy, my main hero, and of course, I get very passionate when I talk about the comic. So, I'm just going to say that I just can't wait for the return, if it ever happens, which I hope it does. But I'm going to continually get Superior Spider-Man. But of course, I don't believe in any way, shape, or form that Dr. Octopus is superior as Spider-Man. But, that's his ego. So I'm going to get the book and see how his life falls apart. Because I think, like I've been saying, I think everyone's going to find out. And of course, he's going to have, like it was said on issue 5, the Spider-Man luck, so to speak, the Parker luck. So I can't wait for that. And hopefully there is a resolution to the storyline that does it justice, where the end result would be somehow Peter Parker coming back to life, taking over his own body, and somehow Dr. Octavius being in a clone of his old body, but like young and new, and the battles continue supposedly, and I hope so. Because I wouldn't want to see Otto Octavius in a robot all the time. So that would be crazy. And I would want to see what the Green Goblin thinks of this whole mess because, as far as he's concerned, he's the main Spider-Man villain. So how does he feel with all this going on if he finds out? So hats off to Dan Slott. Superior Spider-Man. #1. I got 2 copies for me and my kids. So great, great book. I loved it. And I just can't wait. Hopefully what happened in my lifetime that Peter Parker will come back to life, and then I'll be happy and satisfied that the real Spider-Man had returned. All right. Take care. Bye for now.